Hello. So it is April 2nd, and I want to tell you by April 1st, give you a little Corona update. Before I get into the numbers, interesting thing happened today. University of Pittsburgh said that they are working on a vaccine and they want to do clinical trials in the next month or two. They say they have a vaccine that I was very curious about the way that you insert it. Literally, they say it's like Velcro. You put it here, and 400 little needles that are made out of sugar will help this get into your arm, and it's not very painful, and they estimate it might cost $10 each. It's beautiful in the sense that you don't have to have a doctor that actually puts it in. Just send that to every address in the world. Now, vaccines, they say it take 18 months at fastest to go through all the regulatory steps, so it confused people when Donald Trump said that we hope to get a vaccine out by the election. Well, I have no doubt that Donald Trump wants to get a vaccine out before election. Will do everything he can, even if that means compromising some people's safety, potentially for the better good, and for his own chance of re-election. Because besides having an economy, I'm sure Donald Trump would love to say that he solved the coronavirus. In fact, he'll probably pay someone some money to call it the Trump vaccine. But we'll see what happens with that. There's actually 35 vaccines that are being worked on, 35 institutions that are working on vaccines. So everyone's hurrying, and they have to hurry. Because looking at these numbers, great social distancing, we should keep it up. But if you look at Italy, they had 4,700 cases yesterday. The highest they've had was a few days ago of 6,900. So that's good. It's going down a little bit. But what happens when people actually leave the house? Shoots back up. United States, we broke the world record yesterday. Today we had a little less, 968 deaths, but 29,000 cases, 29,800. So we're about to hit 30,000 cases. So the cases are more important to focus on than the death rate, or at least the death increase, because the deaths are delayed from the cases. So that being the case, 2 weeks from now, no matter what happens today, there should be a lot more deaths in the United States. Italy 760, Spain 961. The biggest shocker of the day, and one of the biggest shockers so far, was France. Only 2,100 new cases, which is in the projections, but 1,355 new deaths. 30% more than the highest day ever, which was by the United States. France was, in mid-tier with UK coming up behind the gates. I do not have an explanation for that. I wonder if it invaded some bingo circuit or some old folks compound. I don't know, but those numbers are very high. It'll be interesting to see tomorrow if there's a big jump or if that continues somehow. I would expect it to drop tomorrow. Other interesting things, so UK 569. These numbers are desensitizing us. I want to remind you that Iran had 149 deaths in its biggest day. Today had 124, or yesterday 124. And China had 6 yesterday, but 150 in its biggest day. And yet Belgium has 183 yesterday. So I told my dad, and my dad, who as a general rule doesn't listen to me, said, I don't know what mortician site you're using, but I talked to a friend in Belgium, and he said there's only 1,000 total cases. I'm like, yeah, tell your friend he's right. There's 1,011 cases. But the fact they have 183 yesterday, I'd rather be then than Iran that has 2,800 total new cases yesterday and 50,000 overall. To put it this way, Belgium 15,000 overall, Iran 50,000. Iran's health system has collapsed. Everyone's locked indoors. Belgium, you would think, would learn from Iran and China, and the U.S. is rather dysfunctional. Healthcare, government control, information to people. Belgium and Germany aren't. These are lockstep countries where, in Germany, I've heard that if you walk across the street, jaywalk, someone from the sidewalk will yell at you. I am a habitual jaywalker. I've never been yelled at in my life in the United States. There was one time where I was running across the street in New York City and someone yelled out, "Watch out," because I was looking this way. I was younger. I was looking this way, and he thought I wasn't paying attention to the car that was coming, but I was. I split the taxis. Anyway, but that was yelling out for the safety of my life, not to warn me not to jaywalk. The moral of the story is that somehow in that structured, smart, well healthcare funded culture, it's spreading like wildfire. So that is scary. I believe that we have a different strain. Maybe Iran has a couple strains fighting. The United States probably has a few. China had that one strain. But these new European countries and the United States, the way they're growing so quickly, and the death rate is so high compared to China. China has 4% death rate from closed cases, and Italy, as of today, 43%. And I can go through a whole list, but they're all high. So we'll see what happens. I recommend that you take some advice, not from me, but from my partner in crime, right here, and just be chill. Oh, she doesn't sleep. She doesn't seem to mind. Take care of yourself. We'll see what happens tomorrow.